Okay, quick video for myself, Harvey Goldman. No cuts, no edits, no filters, and no hair. So, today's video, essentially the death of job security. So, why no one feels safe or secure anymore? Now, job security obviously used to mean something completely different to what it means today. So, let's have a little think back. How's work changed? So, for a start, in the past, a good job meant full-time, stable employment with a pension attached. Loyalty used to be rewarded. Long service would equal promotions and pay raises. Unions protected workers from layoffs and unfair treatment. So, how's that different today? Well, for a start, in my own opinion, job security is basically a myth. You've got 0-hour contracts, you've got flexible work, whatever that means. It's different from business to business. Basically, it means that businesses can just drop employees at any time and for any reason. You've got gig economy jobs, which, whilst helpful side hustles, they're not designed to replace full-time roles. Things like Uber, Deliveroo, temp work, stuff like that, they're meant to be stopgaps or side hustles that you do short term. People are having to do these bloody jobs full time. Imagine the grind doing Uber 9 hours a day. Mental. But people do. You've got automation and AI, which threatens the more traditional office-y type, admin-y type white collar jobs, like myself. And even good jobs, they can be subject to sudden redundancies and cost-cutting exercises. I feel that employers no longer value loyalty. You've basically got the rise of disposable workers. Corporations 100% definitely prioritize their shareholders over employees, and we've seen this with companies like Amazon. I mean, Christ, look at some of their practices, making people wee in plastic bottles and sacking them if they sit down at work. Again, mental. Instead of long-term employees, companies just want cheap replaceable worker drones. They want worker bees. They don't want people with a spirited or entrepreneurial mindset. They want clones. Happy to outsource or offshore work. This means jobs are sent abroad, basically for lower wages. And job hopping is now the only way to get a decent raise. Staying put means stagnation for most people. Younger workers enter the workforce already expecting instability, and this is nuts. It leads to a short cycle of basically short-term contracts, short-term employment, short-term everything. And because it's short-term, companies are obviously on the winning end of this. They don't have to pay as much benefit when they let somebody go. You might only have to give them 3 days notice or a week's notice instead of a month. You might not have to pay them holiday. You might not have to make pension payments. The list goes on. So what are the threats to job security, especially in 2025? Well, for a start, we've been over the AI and the automation thing, and that's definitely, customer service jobs, finance, admin, web design, even law. Those jobs are at risk. The gig economy takeover is absolutely real, and traditional jobs are being spun into self-employed, no benefit roles, which again is mental. Government policies protect businesses with corporate loopholes. So the law basically favors the business, not the employee. You've got mass layoffs, you've got corporate downsizing. Companies basically cut costs to save money. They employ younger workers to save money, and they don't reward hard work to save money. And we know that the economy's buggered. It's absolutely struggling. Inflation is ridiculous. Interest rates are high. Businesses are closing left and right, and this does mean fewer stable jobs. But who suffers the most? Who are the people that are basically most at risk? Well, not being biased, but me, older workers, people around or near or just over 50, we're often seen as too expensive. Even though we're massively experienced, we're too expensive to keep. So we get replaced by younger, cheaper staff that can maybe do 50% of what we can do, for 40% of the wages. You've got low-income workers stuck in zero-hour contracts in temp jobs and gig work with no protection whatsoever. There are no unions for these people. There's no help. It's just not there. You've got graduates, you've got young professionals. They often get stuck in internships for years. Entry-level jobs. But these aren't the normal entry-level jobs. These are jobs like you see on Indeed, where they offer entry-level money for an entry-level position, but they suddenly want 5 years experience. And that, again, is just absolute poppycock. It's mental. And it's no wonder that people are turning to freelance roles instead of stable, otherwise, stuck employment, I suppose, for want of a better expression. Retail and hospitality workers suffer at the big end of this. Store closures, minimum wage is absolute crap. AI-driven automation could take some of their jobs. So how do we protect ourselves? In an era of no job security, what perhaps are some steps that can be taken? I think the first one, and heed my words, is always be ready to move jobs. Keep your CV up to date. Keep your finger on the pulse. Know your worth. And that's massive. Even if you've got no intention of leaving your current job, go on the marketplace and find out what your current job in your current area pays. You might find that you're being underpaid. You probably will find that you're being underpaid. That gives you ammo to take to your employer and ask for at least a pay rise at the very least. I would apply for new jobs every 6 to 12 months, even if you're safe, just to test that water. Definitely build multiple income streams, 100%. And as I said, we know I love a side hustle. Freelance work is okay. Side hustles are great. Whatever it is, your passive income can be your safety net. And that's important. If you can get passive income, that's the dream. Even an extra 200 quid a month can reduce dependence on one employer. 100%. Keep learning, keep upskilling, keep doing better and being better. Eventually, it's going to let you have more. If AI and automation are taken over, and they are, skill up. Learn these skills. Get AI literacy ahead of the game. If there's a certification out there that's credible, that's free, that's not going to be a scam, take it. Do it. Google offers Skillshop for free. Do it. You'll know how to do Google ads. You'll know how the algorithms work. Avoid lifestyle inflation if you can. If you're making good money now, don't assume it's going to last. It probably won't. Save, invest, prepare for uncertainty. Get parachutes. Understand your rights and fight back. Know your redundancy laws. Know unfair dismissal procedures. Know how to claim what's yours. All of these things can make a difference. All of these things can protect you in these economically uncertain times. And all of these things can help you in a modern world where job security is basically a thing of the past. It's a thing that my grandparents had. It's a thing that my parents had. It's not anything that exists in my life. And it certainly won't be there for my children. So what are your thoughts on this? Massively keen to find that opinion. Tell me I've got it all wrong. Tell me I've got it all right. Whatever. Let's find out in the comments. YouTube's going to put another video up here somewhere. Check it out. You might like it. That'd be fantastic. Obviously, like, follow, subscribe, all that jazz. More tomorrow. Goldman. Peace out.